Alrighty, welcome back to the Spot Hockey Show. This is the first ever emergency show in this YouTube channel's existence. A massive trade has just happened. I've been following it live on X and a couple other websites just to see what's going to happen. This looks to be the final deal, so I'm comfortable recording this video now. So Mikko Rantanen, Taylor Hall, and Niels Juntorp? Sure. Are going to the Carolina Hurricanes in exchange for Marty Necas, Jack Drury, a 2025 second, a 2026 fourth, and Chicago is the middleman in this deal, so they acquired the rights to Mikko Rantanen for probably, I'm going to say 35 seconds, just retain 50% of the salary, and then that contract goes to Carolina. So a massive, massive, massive deal, obviously. I'm just going to go over what I think for either team, how it affects them. Chicago's point of view, it's not a lot of return to have to retain that much salary. That being said, though, there may be something in the works between Carolina and them in the future. Maybe there's a trade that could happen later on. Who knows? Either way, massive, massive trade. This may be the biggest trade that has happened in the last 10 plus years, in my personal opinion, at least. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think there's a bigger trade. Maybe something is missing my memory here. But yeah, this is a massive trade. So Mikko Rantanen obviously going to Carolina, perennial 100-point player over the past 2 years at least. I want to say maybe even 3. Sebastian Aho is going to be sticking around, obviously, in Carolina. When I heard about this trade, that was the one thing I was worried about, is Sebastian Aho moving to Colorado. Obviously not. He's going to stay. So Martin Necas and Jack Drury are leaving. Taylor Hall comes from Chicago, obviously, to go to Carolina. So Chicago basically loses 50% of Mikko Rantanen, so gains 50% of Mikko Rantanen's salary, along with losing Taylor Hall for a third-round pick. A little bit of a head scratcher in that point of view, but regardless, it's an interesting enough trade that I want to make a video about it. So Carolina Hurricanes, obviously these are the lines as of yesterday or whenever the last time they played. Obviously, Martin Necas and Jack Drury are gone as of now. So it's more than likely going to look like Jackson Blake, sorry, on that second line. And then I would assume it would be crazy if Rantanen wasn't on that first line with Aho and Svechnikov. That is a very good first line. That may be the best first line that Carolina Hurricanes have had in my memory, at least, since I've been alive and a hockey fan. It's a pretty stacked first line. Now, you do lose a little bit of depth, missing out on Martin Necas. Jack Drury was playing a fourth-line role. Knowing the Colorado Avalanche and their advanced scouting and how good they are at scouting certain talent to make sure that it works with their system, Valeri Nichushkin being an example, Jonathan Drouin being an example, Lehkonen being an example. I wouldn't be shocked if Colorado has seen this player in Jack Drury and seen that he could be a better fit given more ice time playing with better talent. So time will tell in that take. We'll see what happens. Regardless, pretty crazy. So Martin Necas, obviously off of the team. He was having a fantastic year, along with Mikko Rantanen also having a fantastic year, obviously. Mikko Rantanen, like I said, perennial 100-point player, has been a mainstay in the NHL's All-Stars for quite a while. So Martin Necas this year, 49 games played, 16 goals, 39 assists, 55 points, +4, plus-minus rating. Like I said, he's having a great year, playing a lot more minutes than he did last year. Him and Kotkaniemi had pretty good chemistry this year, and yeah, Martin Necas looks like a great player. As I said before about Jack Drury, wouldn't be shocked if the Colorado Avalanche see Martin Necas as a possible top-line player, could possibly put up 90-point plus, especially with Mikko Rantanen asking for a possible higher cap hit than McKinnon, if not a little bit lower. You got to make sure that cap is sorted if you want to have a contending team year after year. So regardless, Mikko Rantanen this year, 49 games, 25 goals, 39 assists, 64 points, at 12 plus minus. Yeah, Mikko Rantanen, perennial 100-point player over the past 2 years. So I was pretty bang on that. And then Taylor Hall. Another guy sort of thrown into this trade, a bit of a head scratcher. I wouldn't say a head scratcher, but a head scratcher on the side of the Chicago Blackhawks. So 46 games played this year, 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points for a terrible Chicago Blackhawks team. Where do I see him fit as a Carolina Hurricane? It's a little bit interesting to me. Do you see him on that second line? Possibly. Would I be shocked if he gets demoted to a third line role and Seth Jarvis moves up? No. I feel like a lot of this trade is trying to give Seth Jarvis more time in the top six. Jason Blake more than likely moves down to that maybe second line, third line role. And Seth Jarvis gets a little bit of time in the top six. Obviously, he hasn't been playing as well this year as he did last year. Say what you will about that. I think Seth Jarvis is still a fantastic player, and he is a top six player on the majority of NHL teams, in my opinion. I'm big on Seth Jarvis either way. But yeah, so Mikko Rantanen currently on a cap hit of $9.25 million, obviously a UFA this upcoming season. So does that play into this trade at all? Does it possibly mean that he may not re-sign with the Carolina Hurricanes? Maybe. I don't know. Does Mikko Rantanen have the same chemistry with Sebastian Aho, who, may I mention, is also a countryman with Sebastian Aho? Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be interesting seeing Rantanen away from McKinnon. We've never seen it, obviously. Taking a look here, he's never been without Nathan McKinnon his entire career. So it'll be interesting to see, for sure, how he plays with Sebastian Aho. Sebastian Aho is a very, very talented forward. He is not Nathan McKinnon, though. That being said, Martin Necas has been playing a second-line role for the Carolina Hurricanes, who he's also been over a point per game, playing with far less talent than the Colorado Avalanche are able to show and come up with. So definitely curious to see how that goes. I wouldn't be shocked if Martin Necas ends up sticking around for quite a while. So I should get into that as well. So Martin Necas' contract expires at the end of next year, and at that point he will be a UFA. So currently he's making $6.5 million until next year, 2025-2026. This contract could look very, very good for the remainder of this year and very, very good for next year. How much does he ask for after this point? I don't know. Do the Colorado Avalanche look to re-sign him to a big ticket deal right away? I would assume yes. Obviously can't do it this year. You'd have to wait until next year. But going off of how he's played this year, it's definitely going to be a raise. How much of a raise? Who knows? So yeah, curious to see your thoughts in the comment section. I wouldn't be shocked if Carolina's not done here, especially if they are unsure whether or not Rantanen's going to re-sign. Do they go out and add another defenseman? In my opinion, I think they need another player on that PP1, another defenseman on that PP1 slot. I was honestly shocked to not see Samuel Girard in this trade. I know Colorado fans and Colorado in general like Samuel Girard a lot. Who do you bump out of that left side? Shane Gostisbehere. You probably demote Dmitry Orlov to that third pairing slot, and then put Samuel Girard there. And I think, in all honesty, if Samuel Girard was on any other team other than a team that had Cale Makar, he is more than capable, in my opinion. We haven't really seen it too much, but in my opinion, he's more than capable of running a first power play. So curious to see your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this trade, whether or not what team it benefits the most, whether or not Mikko Rantanen decides to re-sign with the Carolina Hurricanes, which is a big if. And yeah, enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.